Alright, this tool is specifically for the math department. It's called, I believe, Desmos, and it allows you to search and practice with key math activities and elements. It's a brand new tool to me, so if you're interested in learning more about it, I would love to help you with it, but we will be learning together. To start off, you want to create an account. So on the right hand corner, go ahead, you can either sign up with your Google account or you can create your own account. Alright, once you have signed up and you are logged in, you should see your name up in the right hand corner. This is your history. This is where you're going to sign out as well. What you see is kind of what it is. I've selected Browse All Activities. You can search for a specific activity, whether you want linear, functions, polygraph, or graphing. Maybe do linear. You can see the different activities that they have posted. Try to see something that may appear to you. Again, I don't teach math, so I'm not quite sure of all these specifics that your standards cover, but let's say you were doing algebra and expressions and maybe modeling. When you find something that you're interested in, once you select it, you can get a little bit more details about it. If you want to know a little bit more than what they provide you here, select Learn More. So for the Central Park, how far apart do parking space dividers need to be? So you can see what they have students, what they want students to do, that this is geared to algebra students. They would need one 60-minute class period, and they would need to have some experience with variables prior to. These are the goals that they're hoping. This is the Common Core standard. Again, not quite sure if this matches up with you all, so double check. And these are the devices. So for this particular activity, they really couldn't complete it on their personal device. They would need to do it on an iPad or a computer. It breaks down the activity a little bit more for you. It shows you how the activity works in 4 steps. It gives you details about the student experience, what they're experiencing. It gives you what you will be experiencing, so why students are working. You, the teacher, can view to identify students to talk with. For example, you can help slower working students adjust their responses rather than starting them from scratch with each error. You can also make sure students notice that they can enter fractions or expressions. You can look at the equations that students have flagged. You can also keep an eye out for students who skipped written prompts. So you can keep an eye of everything that is happening with your students. You can scan students' text answers for good discussion starters as well. So this is the breakdown of the activity. If it's something that you're interested in assigning, you're just going to select Start a New Session. What you will need to do is that you're going to give this class code right here to your students. They're going to go to this website and they're going to enter this code. What you'll notice on the teacher screen once your students are signing in, as you can see, I've signed in as a student, you're going to see their progress. You're going to see that on the first screen I had an error. So you're able to monitor where students are at within the activity and where they may need help or adjustments. So as a student, I just retried the first activity, and now you can see that I received a check mark for that first activity. Alright, now you'll notice that the student was able to complete the first 3 activities. Now the student got to a question. The question was, suppose you wanted to figure out the exact same space between the dividers. What measurements would you say? And this is the student's response. So based on student's response, you can guide them into further discussion or prompt them to think a little bit deeper. On the student devices, it lists what other students have said, so it lets your students know what their thought process should have been geared towards. Once students are done with the activity, you can hit Desmos to come back to the beginning. You can also click over here on your account and look at history. You can see that I had one student work on the Central Park. It has not been turned in yet. You can hit about, you can hit delete as well, and get the feedback that you possibly may need. Again, if you want or are interested in incorporating this into your class, let me know, and I'm gladly to come by and help you with it. Thanks.